Hey, so I'm gonna see if this works. Trying it out. Welcome back to Under the Rowan Tree. Let me see. Trying to see if this is working. If anybody's here, let me know. Okay, now I can see. Oh, hi, sis. Hi, Heidi. Love you too. So I'm doing a little. I'm trying to here. Anyway, doing a little bibliomancy terminology tonight. Just a little easy thing to, just to kind of get back in the swing of things. With Under the Rowan Tree, I want to get some lessons and stuff in. I'm really excited. Me and Mom are watching Merlin and you at the same time. Hi, Mom! I haven't seen her because we haven't done a live chat together to talk in a while. So you be sure to tell her I said hello. Okay. So anyway, all right. I got that. So, anyway, I have the Watkins Dictionary of Magic. Let me get this where you can see it. I'm going to need the light. There is the book. And it's by Neville Drury. 3,000 entries on the magical traditions. So, published in 2005. Give me 1 second. The only other book that I have that even rivals this one is The Witch Book by the man Raymond Buckland. This is my favorite book. This is the book that made me who I am today. Hi, Brother Tommy. So this is the Watkins Dictionary of Magic, and let's just get started. Let's see what we come up with. Megaliths. A term applied to ancient sacred monuments found in various parts of the world and consisting of large, roughly hewn stones. Of course, the best known are found in Brittany, so that's what we have. Let's see. They date from 2000 C to 1500 BCE. So, Stonehenge. The first thing we come up with, Stonehenge. And I think that's great. Stonehenge is one of my favorite places, and I really want to go there someday. So, megaliths. Put it back together. Oh, here's one. Okay, Ido, I-D-O. In the Celtic tree alphabet, the ongum represents the service tree in the letter I. Ido is also linked to the eagle in the color pure white. So, Ido. I-D-O. It's in between Ida and Idol. So, they even have cute little drawings of the 4 cards from the major arcana. thought that was nice. Okay. Next. Probably, look at thrift books. Go to thrift books. They're usually cheaper than Amazon. The Witch Book is the Encyclopedia of Witchcraft, Witchcraft, Wicca, and Neo-Paganism. Let's do a little Bibliomancy on it, right? Might as well. Bibliomancy is books. This is a book of terminology, my favorite. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Doreen Valiente. Was one of Gerald Gardner's high priestesses. With him, she co-authored what became known as the Gardnerian Book of Shadows, the book of rituals used for that tradition of Wicca. Although the book is a gathering of materials from a wide variety of sources, much of it originated with Valiente. She was one of the most influential people in the Wicca movement. Heidi, we should become book pen pals, because the library that we got here, I could send you whatever you needed. If you read books on your tablet, I have a humongous library of digital books. So, I'm your book girl. Valiente learned of, let's see. Okay. Doreen was born in London, England. In her early years, her family came from the New Forest area of Hampshire and Dorset. She read extensively on theosophy as well as writings from Cern Abbas, as well as writings of Aleister Crowley. Her interest in matters occult growing rapidly. In 1944, she met, married a wounded and recuperating refugee from the Spanish Civil War. Doreen Valiente is the one who wrote The Charge of the Goddess. If you know, hi Stephanie, we're doing Bibliomancy and terminology. So welcome. But anyway, Doreen Valiente, she is the she was one of Gardner's original high priestesses, and she wrote The Charge of the Goddess. Look into The Charge of the Goddess. We actually went over it in a class before. Okay. So, Stephanie, catching you up, darling. We have the Witch Book. It's an encyclopedia of witchcraft. And then we have the dictionary of, the Watkins Dictionary of Magic. So, doing a little bibliomancy terminology tonight. Ooh. Y'all, is freaking hot outside. Okay. So, another one from the Witch Book. This is by Raymond Buckland, the man. This is the book. This is my most sacred book. This is more sacred to me. Well, I'm not going to say that. It's Raymond Buckland. So, this was my Book of Shadows growing up. This is what I learned from. And so, this is my most sacred book. It is one of the first books that I got, and I idolize Raymond Buckland so much. He is my everything. And then we got Byron and Selena and Patty, underneath there. But Raymond's my man. Okay. All right. Let's see where we end up in this one. Oh, it was open. Gree-grees. Now, we made gree bags. A talisman of voodoo that can be made for positive or negative purposes. Most common is a bag containing a variety of objects, although sometimes it is in the form of a cloth poppet stuffed with items. There's always an odd number of items, up to 13 total. Items typically stuffed in degree include herbs, stones, feathers, hair, nail clippings, bones, and dust. Hold on. This was the Gregory bag that we made during our class. It smells so good. Yes. In words of Lydia, I wish we had smell-o-vision. Okay. I'll put this up here with my stones. Okay. Go back to the dictionary of magic. Over 3,000 entries in the world of magic, formulas, secret symbols, and the occult, by Neville Drury. Okay. Boy, I'm getting some interesting ones tonight. Oh, a phallic god. EXU, and there's an apostrophe above the U, so I can't even imagine how to pronounce it. The god of intersections and magic, and the intermediary between the gods and human beings, is derived from the Yoruba deity Eshu, who is regarded more of a trickster than the devil he became in Brazil. Okay. He was originally considered a phallic god, and in the 13th century, human sacrifices were made to him. Later, worshippers offered him chickens, goats, and bulls. In Brazil, King Xu had been confused with Christian devil and is regarded as too formidable to deal with. However, he has several surrogates, among them Mankura, who can be called on to kill one's enemies. I'm not telling you to do this, okay? You can insist on planning adulterous affairs. Again, I'm not telling you to do this. And who instigates quarrels and thrives on hatred. Okay, no, there's enough of that shit in the world right now. No. There's a female version of it, possesses the bodies of men. The sect devoted to Exu worship is known as Quimbanda. Quimbanda. Boy, that was enlightening, but seriously, I'm not telling you to do anything. Okay, one more from here, and I'm going to do it backwards this time. Wait a minute. I'm just making, there's indents here, so I'm just making sure that... Well, Hieros, a ceremonial role within the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, personifying the dark aspects of the ancient Egyptian god Horus. Hieros is described in the Order's rituals as representing the terrible and avenging god that confines of matter on the borders of the Quilopoth. He guards the sacred mysteries from evil, but is himself enthroned upon matter and robed in darkness. Hieros thus defines the border between good and evil in magic rituals. I'm sensing a pattern here, and I don't know if I want to do one more in this dictionary or not. It's like, well, that's what Bibliomancy is, and wow, holy crap. I'm gonna have to have a drink after this. Okay. Okay, this is a nice one. Hokana or Hokana. Yeah, exactly, a strong drink and a smudge. Okay, this one isn't bad. Okay, Holhana, Holhkunna. It's a term used by the Choctaw Indians to refer to a shaman. A related term is Halkunda or sorcery, widely regarded as the cause of personal illnesses or disease. So that's not bad. That's still seeking a higher power, but in healing. Oh, oh. It's not telling us to curse or anything, is it? Um, I landed my finger like long ways, and that is on the salute, the fivefold salute, which is the fivefold kiss, which I do not practice in Rowan Temple of Light. There are other ways to do the fivefold kiss other than actually physically kissing in the 5 points. Salve, or flying ointment, which maybe I should look that one up. And Samael, in the Jewish religion's tradition, a fallen angel and a chief force of evil. So that's been staying with their thing. Let's look up fivefold kiss. Let's go to the F's, since it landed in the F's. First. Okay, there's flying salve. All it says about flying salve is a term for quicksilver or argent vive. Well, that's a letdown. I was hoping for a recipe. The Watkins Dictionary of Magic. That's what it is, Stephanie. Okay, what was the other one? Okay, so the fivefold kiss, let me tell you what that is. Yeah, flying salve. This is on each foot, each knee, the lower belly, on the breast, and on the lips. And I do not incorporate that. Okay, so maybe this one. Okay, here we go. If I would have went back one, it's actually flying ointments. Lotions rubbed on the skin and used by medieval witches to produce states of disassociation and trance with the perception of having flown on the witch's Sabbath. They rub their bodies with ointments made from deadly nightshade, mandrake, henbane. The psychedelic constituent atropine was absorbed through the skin. This produced the visionary sensation of going on a trip on a broomstick, meeting with other witches and demons at the Sabbath. So, let me see. In 1966, the German professor Will Ike I don't know. Mixed a witch's brew consisting of belladonna, henbane, datura, and rubbed it on his forehead. He also invited his colleagues to do the same. According to a report of the experiment, they fell into a 24-hour sleep in which they dreamed of wild rides, frenzied dancing, and other weird adventures of the type connected with medieval orgies. I say we have a little bit of a recipe there. Yes, absolutely. Tripulation.
I thought you were going to say on a medieval orgy. God.
It'd be like nothing they ever seen now, I'm telling you.
Can you imagine that smell? They bathe like once a week or
That's
once a month.
disgusting. That's nasty.
Think about it. Seriously, like bathing.
I know.
Yuck.
I know. But that's the way it was back in the days.
It's like raw but dusty.
You know, I seen stop. Name you messed me up.
Sorry.
Oh, I seen a TikTok that said, and I really like it because it said that I take pleasure in knowing that if I was a witch in the 15th century, I would have been burned at the stake within 5 minutes of opening up my mouth. I thought that was great. Okay, so since this kind of freaked me out a little bit, I'm going to get to the dictionary for a minute. Good night. So, back to the Raymond Buckland The Witch Book. Hi, Felicia. Okay, Salem Witch Trials is seriously what I opened up to. And I'm not going to go into a whole lot about that, because if you don't know about the Salem Witch Trials, you do not know our history, and I'm disappointed. As a matter of fact, since it did come up, Salem Witch Trials, I want to address something I shared today. It is an article written by Asen Knight, and in it he literally talks about the strain of the world as it is right now, and what we should be paying attention to and doing. And in one part, he actually references Giles Corley. And if you do not know the story of Giles Corley, he was the one who was pressed, and until they wanted him to confess to witchcraft, and he wouldn't do it. I would too, and I know that I need to make a trip up there. I have a friend up there, and I really want to go and visit. But I would be more the historical type person to walk around and want to see all of the actual locations, and not be one to visit the shops. And I love the shops. I love the people up there. Laurie Cabot's up there. But I support the shops, and I would go in and buy stuff, but I would be more the historical person. But the whole suffocation thing is what are you talking about? So exactly what's not on the pamphlets. Felicia, if you're still on here with me, there's Kundalini. What it says about it is it's thought to be the energy that lies dormant within all human beings. Awakening is referred to as awakening the fiery serpent, since it is believed to lie like a snake with stretching from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. It must be awakened correctly, or it can be extremely dangerous. Normally, the serpent lies asleep, coiled at the base of what is known as the rod of Brahma, the spine. It is certain yogic practices that it can be awakened. As the energy moves up the body along the rod, it passes through each of the 7 chakra points, awakening the power within each of them. Many witches in their practice will do the equivalent of awakening the fiery serpent by sending energy coursing up through their body through the chakra points. This is often done as a preliminary to working magic. It is said that the psychic powers are enhanced by this practice. And yes, absolutely. I've actually done that. My chakras have been a little blocked lately, and I'm still working on that. I'm gaining my voice, so you will hear me speak a little bit more and be a little bit more out with my thoughts. Don't like them? No big deal. They're my thoughts. I'm allowed to speak them. I have been silenced for far too long. And now the gag ball's coming out. So, but yes, opening up all the chakras, starting at the bottom and then working your way up, opening things up so that you can feel better whenever you're working magic. That flow is going, the energy is flowing, and you know that every ounce of you is going into your magical working, and then it's going to be something. It's really going to manifest well. Okay. So how's everybody doing now? Hello, Marie. Gwendolyn Petterwin, from 1946 to 1982. Born in Berkeley, California. At the age of 13, he met Victor Anderson. They became friends. Anderson and his wife Cora initiated him into their form of witchcraft, which was closer to hedge witchcraft than to the Wicca traditions of today. So they founded the fairy tradition together, which is FAERY, fairy tradition. Anderson was motivated after reading Gardner's books that he created that. Hello, Miss Maddie. In 1979, he published a songbook called The Wheel of the Year, followed the yearly intervals by two musical fantasies, The Rites of Summer and The Fairy Shaman. In 1977, he founded Forever Forest for the ritual planting of trees and to encourage ecological consciousness. He merged with the Church of All Worlds in 1978. In 1982, he was killed in an automobile accident. So he did a lot of good work in his lifetime. So, anyway, I've been on here for a while, and like I said, I just wanted to come back on and get a feel for being back with you guys again. I've missed you tons, and we'll see what we can, what kind of lessons we can come up with. I do have a list, but wander off in the woods. I would get lost in the woods and not want to come back. Just saying. All that history, I would be consumed by it. Oh, so, okay. Good night, everybody. I love you. Be safe out there. And, I tell you, wear a mask, but that's just my opinion. Good night. Good night, Stephanie. Good night, Heidi. Good night, Marie. Love you guys. Stay safe.